Let us review. Forceful. Oops, you know what? Instead, let us chant. Let us practice Tantric Chanting and meditate like a Jedi. So, I'm going to tap button 9. There are many techniques that we are going to play with. Those techniques fit in snugly into 3 categories: channels, winds, and drops, or energy work; slice through, mindfulness and meditation; leap over, or passive contemplation. We're going to begin with channels, winds, and drops, known in some Tibetan circles as Jigme, bliss and letting go, or simply energy work. As the tip of our left index finger supports the great knuckle of our right index finger, palms up in our lap, let us practice the third enlightenment factor's energy work, also known as bliss and letting go, in such a manner that it feels as if the Force itself is giving us a kiss on the top of our head. Lama come to pay crown, Lama come to pay crown, Lama come to pay crown. I should mention that this statue represents us. This red figure represents either our teacher, the amalgam of all our teachers, or simply the teachings themselves. Our job is not to superstitiously believe or indulge our controlling tendencies to visualize, instead, or to actively visualize. Instead, all we're going to do is chant the 6 syllables, Lama come to pay crown. Lama come to pay crown. And that's enough of that. We're now going to slice through the tyranny of duality's obscuring emotions of dread and desire. This is known in some circles as Trek Show, awareness and letting go, or simply mindfulness and meditation. As we feel air enter our nostrils, the easiest way to cooperate with the sympathetic nervous system in the middle of our spinal cord that helps us to practice mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. As we feel air exit our nostrils, the easiest way to cooperate with the very bottom and the tippy top of our spinal cord, known as our parasympathetic nervous system, that is the key to meditation, is to silently and mentally recite the verb rest each time we feel air exit our nostrils. Together, let us practice right now. Let's make sure that I'm coordinated. We could rest the tip of our left thumb upon the lower set of creases on our left little finger and thus keep track of our first set of 16 inhalations. Let's rest this hand palms up in our lap. Every time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this as we inhale, we could advance our right thumb across, I should say up, the creases and tips of our 4 fingers, beginning with the littlest. Let us do this together right now. I'm going to adjust the alarm on my phone for a moment. I hope this doesn't somehow undermine the live stream on the clock app. And everything seems okay. I'm trying different microphone. I hope I'm not sounding like I'm coming from outer space like I did this morning. Having completed, having run out of places on my right hand upon which to rest my thumb, I now advance the left thumb to the second set of creases. We come now to our first practice of wherein we leap over. Specifically, we're going to leap over pride's obstructions to omniscience. In some Tibetan circles, this is known as Tokal's passive contemplation of the wisdom of letting go. Let us practice holocron-like exercises of impermanence, interdependence, and emptiness, the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Please chant with me. rather than indulge our controlling tendencies with all these self-active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief. We could just recite these wise words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors or statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Okay, the Buddha was fond of categorizing all that could be experienced in terms of the four bases of mindfulness: the circumstantial, the physical, the interpersonal, and the mental. Let's begin with let us bring the circumstantial into the path of the wisdom of letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, the circumstances or lots we saw during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. Let us divide the silent and mental recitation of the 6-syllable synopsis between our inhalation and our exhalation. Into form, all lots melt. Let us bring our experience of the physical into the path of the wisdom of letting go. Please chant with me. As we relax into our exhalation, the bodies or forms we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this communication or speech. Into speech, all forms melt. Let us now bring our experience of the interpersonal into the path of the wisdom of letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, the experience of the interpersonal speech or communication we had during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this mind. Into mind, all speech melts. In addition to bringing our experience of the mental into the path of the wisdom of letting go, we're going to reverse engineer the metaphor of emptiness. As we relax into our exhalation, these minds could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn. which although could look tantalizing to the eye, could feel non-graspable to the hand. Oops. Into void all minds melt. We come now to our second of third practices, wherein we slice through the tyranny of dualities, obscuring emotions of dread and desire. This is known as Trek shows, awareness and emptiness, or simply mindfulness and meditation, the seventh and eighth folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. As we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, let us vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly watch mind's antics. As we silently and mentally recite the verb rest during our exhalation, let us physically relax to such a degree that which we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel less stressful, less permanent, less defining, and even as non-graspable as a vast empty void. We come now to our second and final practice of this mid-morning's channels, winds, and drops, known in Tibet as tikle, and in English as either bliss and emptiness or energy work, the third enlightenment factor. You may get more out of it if you wish to chant with me. This is where you want to go. If you're already on the clock app and you can see both the text and my face, you're exactly where you need to be. As the tip of our left middle finger supports the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. It could feel as if the force itself is giving us a hug. So once again, there is no need for superstitious faith or for us to indulge our controlling tendencies to actively visualize. Instead, the most efficient thing is for us to chant the following 6 syllables. Lama blend with this mind. If you're watching on the Tube app, the bronze represents us, the red figure represents either our teacher or the amalgam of all our teachers or simply the teachings themselves. Lama blend with this mind. Lama blend with this mind. Lama blend with this mind. We come to our third practice of this. Let me rephrase that. We come to this mid-morning's third practice wherein we slice through the tyranny of duality's obscuring emotions of dread and desire. This is known as Treksha, awareness and emptiness, or simply mindfulness and meditation, the 7th and 8th folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Every time we feel our chest swell with breath, silently and mentally we could recite the demonstrative pronoun this. Every time we feel our chest subtly sink as gently we exhale, we could silently and mentally recite the verb rest. We come to our second and final practice of, we come to this mid-morning's second and final practice of leap over. So right now we're going to leap over jealousies, obstructions to omniscience. This is known as Tokal, love and emptiness, or simply passive contemplation. Let us practice the holocron-like exercises of love and letting go. Let's chant an explanation of this 10-syllable mantra. Om symbolizes mindfulness, Tadi symbolizes spiritual liberation. Tutade symbolizes physical liberation. Ture symbolizes blessing. Soha symbolizes the wish that all beings master such dynamic kindness. Let us begin by bringing the mental into the path of love, which is the second fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. May all minds of all beings know me as joyfully enlightened or Bodhi as the mind of a real or imagined Buddha, symbolized by a bija, one syllable seed mantra talmotic drop. Bodhi joy for all minds. No, it's not our job to work magic and be Gandalf the Grey. All we're doing is using words to exercise the neural pathways that support our empathy. Oh, oopsie, let's try this again, my mistake. So here's the lowdown on the hoedown when it comes to mantra meditation. What makes mantra meditation is that it is a carrier wave or a vehicle with which we practice the union or mahamudra of love and letting go, of love and emptiness, metta sunyata. So here's how that works. As we breathe in, silently and mentally recite the 6-syllable synopsis, Buddha joy for all minds. As we exhale, we're going to do two things. We're going to physically relax as best we can while striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 4 times per breath for a total of 4 breaths. Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa. Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa. Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa. Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa, Om Tare Dare Dure Suwa. We now bring our experience of the interpersonal into the path of love, which is the third fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. May all relationships, communication, or speech of all beings know be as peacefully loving as a real or imagined Buddhist speech or communication symbolized by this horizontal 10-syllable mantra. Peaceful love for all speech. Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa. Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa. Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa. Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa. Let us now bring our experience of the physical into the path of love, the fourth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health as depicted in Buddhist statuary of the blissful body of a Devi or Yadam archetype of enlightenment such as Green Tata. Health, beauty for all forms. Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, 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 Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa. Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, 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 Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa. We come to our fourth and final act of mantra meditation, where we bring our experience of the circumstantial into the path of love, the fifth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all circumstances, all lots of all beings now have the safety, great fortune, or boon. As a Buddha's real or imagined paradise, pure land of Alti. Great fortune for all lots. Om Dhani Nunani Nuri Suwa, 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 Om Dare Dare Suwa. Om Dare Dare Suwa. Om Dare Dare Suwa. Om Dare Dare Suwa. We come now to this mid-morning's fourth and final exercise of wherein we slice through the tyranny of duality's obscuring emotions of dread and desire. Sometimes described as treksho, this awareness and emptiness is simply mindfulness and meditation. The seventh and eighth folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path that generate the effortless effort or wu wei of the sixth fold's expedient means. As we breathe in, we could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. As we exhale, we could silently and mentally recite the verb rest. In our compassion may we long to... In our compassion may we long to free all beings from the toxic tyranny of dread, desire, and delusion, metaphorically known as the three mental poisons. In our pragmatism, may all liberation of all others be fueled by the three wish-fulfilling jewels of following the Buddha's example, applying his instructions, and cooperating with his students. Having sat for the better part of an hour, we might find it refreshing to conversationally recite the 8-syllable synopsis of those 2 pages. May we free all through the 3 jewels as we perform Tibetan-inspired squat thrusts. Not superstitiously, just athletically. So I'm going to have to disconnect my my mic from my smartphone. So to my friends on the Clock app, I might sound like I'm from outer space, or I might sound like I'm more from outer space than normal. Being autistic, I simply must line the cord, lest the earth open up and swallow me whole like a ginormous Venus flytrap. So here we go. Whew. Okay, here we go. First thing I'm going to do is move the phone. Yikes. Here we go. I'm going to back up and make sure I'm still in frame. Okay, heels at shoulder width. May we free all through feet. Three jewels. May we free all through thee. Three jewels. Oh yes, one last thing, real quick. Let's do some body weight rows. Okay. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 3 hours, in approximately 3 hours, but most likely 6 hours, I would very much like to return to today's third session of of meditating like a Jedi. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.